Om Atimadura Chapahastam Aparimitam Modabhana Saubhagyam Arunam Atishaya Karunam Abhinava Kulasundarim Vande Om Aim Hrim Shri Shri Arunachalam. So, in the last class we have seen Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jadaresha. Once again we are born here and once again we die. And once again the same thing continues. And we enter into the womb of the mother again and again. Iha samsare bahu dustare. This samsara is very difficult to cross over. Kripaya pare pahi murare. Hey Murare, please protect me, save me from this samsara. So, as long as we are ignorant of our true self, we are going to identify with the body mind and we are going to express as the personality only. When we express as a personality, always we are overwhelmed by the world, either through likes or dislikes. And then the samsara continues. So, again and again we are born here. So here he says, O Murare, I have no other way, no other go. Please protect me. So that is what we have seen in the 21st verse. Now moving on to the 22nd verse. Ratya Charpata Virachita Kantaha Punya Punya Vivarjita Pantaha Yogi Yoga Niyojita Chittaha Ramate Bhalon Mattavadeva Ratya Charpata Virachita Kantaha Punya Punya Vivarjita Pantaha Yogi Yoga Niyojita Chittaha Ramate Bhalon Mattavadeva Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrum Karane. Here the state of the yogi is described here. Who is a yogi? Yoga Niyojita Chittaha. Chittaha means his mind. Yoga Niyojita, meaning it is tuned with his higher self or with his true self. So he is called as yogi. Bhogi means what? Bhogi means one who is always in the world outside seeking some pleasure. He is called as a bhogi. But yogi means one who is tuned within and is abiding in the self. He is called as yogi. So how he lives in the world outside? Ratya Charpata Virachita Kantaha. Meaning, it is an extreme case. Ratya means on the wayside, on the roadside. Charpata means some pieces of cloths here and there. Virachita Kantaha. He takes those cloths and he makes a sort of a, you know what he says? Godadiya. What is that? In Hindi word, I suppose. Yeah, a shawl. Godadi, it is said. And he stitches a shawl and he wears that. Apart from that, he has no other position. That too, not for himself, for the society's sake, he just wears something around his waist, that's all. Meaning what? Whatever the people have discarded, that he takes and then makes a sort of a kantha. Kantha means what? A sort of a shawl or whatever, and then he wears only that. But punya punya vivarjita pantaha. And how he lives beyond punya punya. Meaning there is no punya punya for him. There is no merit or sin for him. His pantha, his path is beyond merit and sin. Why? Because he has no sense of agency. See, we have got a strong sense of agency. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. So we feel if I do something wrong, it is sin. If I do wonderful thing, it is merit. So I may go to higher worlds. But for him, there is no idea of doership. See, this is the beauty of him. Everything is done. He doesn't feel I am the doer. So therefore, he is beyond Papa Punya. See? Punya Apunya. So he is beyond that. Nanmai Teemai Ariyadan Engal Gurunathan. Taan Tanai Vilanguhindran Engal Gurunathan. He doesn't know what is good or what is bad, what is Punya or what is Papa. Because he is so pure, he is so egoless. He doesn't have any idea of I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. So therefore, he is beyond all our traditional ideas of sin and merit. Punya Punya Vivarjita Pantaha. Yogi Yoga Niyojita Chitaha, because he is always in tune with the truth, which is his own self, and how he lives. This is the beautiful line, the last line. Ramate Bhalon Mattava Deva. And he revels, Ramate means he revels in his own self, like what? Like Balaha, means like a child. Unmattava Deva, like a madman. Why madman? Because he is living in a very different world which we cannot understand. See, whom we call as madman? He is in his own world. We don't even understand what he is thinking, what he is talking. So for us, we cannot understand his state. So we label him as a madman. See, once somebody asked Nisargadatta Maharaj, a great saint in Maharashtra, you people are so abnormal. How can you talk like this? Nisargadatta said, you are abnormal. I am very normal. I am, in fact, very natural, very normal. You people are abnormal. So for us, they appear to be very abnormal. They say, there is no world, only there is Paramatma. And we wonder, what are they talking? We see only the world. Where is Paramatma? This is the problem. So it is said in Bhagavad Gita, when everybody is asleep, they are awake. See? When we are awake, they are asleep. Meaning what? We are awake only to the differences, Vedam. But they are asleep there. Meaning what? They don't see any Vedam. We are asleep to the oneness, but they are awake there. So their world is very different. So we can't understand. So we label them as madman. Unmattava Deva. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is actually labeled as madman only. Pittai Pirai Sudi, Perumane Arudalai. So Shiva Peruman is also called as Pitta. Pitta means a madman. Why? He goes around in the smashana and he puts ashes all over his body. Pittan. Like that, this person is called as Pittan, madman. Or Balavad. Like a child means what? He is joyful for no reason. The children you see, they are happy. See, when they are hungry, they cry, of course. Otherwise, they are happy. They just play with themselves. They are happy. Is that not so? And not only that, the children, they don't carry the past. And they have no agenda for the future. They live in the present. And joyfully, cheerfully. This is Balavat. They know this personality is false. Therefore, whatever happened to this personality is all like a dream. Nothing matters. So they don't carry the past on their head. We don't forget the past, that is our problem. We always go back to the past and go on, brooding over it. Why did it happen to me? Oh, but they don't think about the past. Future, nothing for them because they are already in blissful state. That state which will not change, which will not perish. So they are Mauj mein Romari, always Ananda mein. So they don't look forward to anything in the future. Likewise, we can also live in the present, utter present. We are joyful always. See, there is a book called Power of Now. You read that book. Here, there the author, he's an enlightened person, Eckhart Tolle. He says, live in the present. That's all we need to do. And there is no problem in the actor present actually. Now what is the problem? No problem. We have food, we have some shelter, we are here listening. When you go and think about something, then you are caught. This moment, nothing. We don't lack anything. See? Like that, if we can live for the moment, I tell you, 80% of sadhana is done. See, what is ego? You know, the past memories are called as ego. Our Acharya says, the very old people are miserable because they have a longer past. The children, they don't have any much past, so they are happy. And what is the future? With respect to the past, we project something in the future. So without past, there is no present, there is no future. You understand? So therefore, if we can live in the present, Balavadeva, like a child, we are happy always. See, this is the bottom line. The bottom line is, we don't lack anything. We are Purnam. So we need not seek anything in the world outside. Already we are full. With this attitude, with this standpoint, if we can live, that's all. See, but we think, if something happens in the world outside, then I will be joyful. If that is not happening, then I am miserable. So this is all our mind's projection only, mind's imagination only. If something happens also, we may be happy for some time, and then something else comes up. This is the chakkar, we get caught. So if we can't learn to be happy now, we can never be happy. Please understand this one point. If we cannot be happy now, we can never be happy. If we learn to be happy now, always we can be happy. Just a habit to learn to be happy. And our Acharya says, don't ever become miserable. Refuse to become miserable. Because it is not true to your nature. It is alien to your nature. You are Ananda Swarupa. So Bhalavad. So he is like a madman, like a child, always reveling in his own self, cheerful, blissful. How beautiful. This yogi, because he is always in tune with his own self, which is Anantam, Satyam Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. He has nothing called as Punya, Apunya, good or bad. And for him, no possession is important. Why? He has already fulfilled. See, we think only by possessing certain things we become fulfilled. That enhances our image. For him, no image. Why no image? Because the self is beyond all the ideas and conception. So he is blissful. So that is his state, yogi state, which we cannot even fathom where he lives and what he does. And he cannot understand our state also. Why these people are miserable? Hare Rama, why they are miserable, I don't really understand. What is there to be miserable? Hare Rama. That is how he is so stunned. How can people be miserable? What is there to be miserable? Whatever comes, comes. Whatever goes, goes. Whatever stays, stays. How does it matter? இது இருந்தாதான் அப்படின்னு ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது உலகத்தில். ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது உலகத்தில். It's all play of mind, trick of the mind. I always used to narrate this story. I think I must have narrated again and again so many times. I don't know where I tell what stories. In a forest, a Mahatma was meditating. The big beard and all, very serious. One youngster was passing that way, and he tapped at him and asked, Mahatmaji, what happened? Why have you become a sannyasi, sadhu? He said, I loved a girl and she ditched me, so I became a great sadhu. I was thinking only about her, she ditched me. So I became a great sadhu. Here I am meditating. He said, Yo Pao. And he walked further. Another great Mahatma was there meditating with a longer beard and real kathor tapas. He tapped at him and asked, Mahatmaji, why are you doing this? What happened to you? You saw that Mahatma there, na? Yes. That girl I married. See? Meaning what? We think without that, nothing works. But that Mahatma has married that girl and he has become bigger sadhu. So it's all projection of the mind only. I tell you. ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது உலகத்தில் அப்படி இது இல்லாட்டி ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. Oh, nothing like that. Actually, we don't need anything. That is the truth. See, when you can understand this, there is nothing to worry about in this world. See, nothing is in our control also, actually. Thing comes means it comes, goes means it goes, stays means it stays. That's all. What else? Since we are not dependent on that, how does it matter? That is how we have to live. Then like Balavat, we can be happy always. And we always, want something. This is something wonderful, special. Nothing like that. Some people we cannot stand. We want to get rid of them. But they again and again come in our life. Somehow. Whatever happens, that's fine. So he remains very joyful, cheerful, because he is always in the present, not worried about anything. Even in the present, he is indifferent about everything. He has found his own peace and fulfillment within. See, this is the one point you should understand. Only infinite can satisfy you, not the finite. Howsoever you try, the finite can never satisfy. You can go anywhere, not to US, even to Mars you may go in the future. Wherever you go, Swargaloka, wherever you go, Brahmaloka, they say in scriptures, the finite can never satisfy us. How much soever you add the finite things, it cannot become infinite. Infinite is infinite. Only the infinite can satisfy. And that we are. We need not seek, because it is our own self. This if we can understand, then only there is total fulfillment. See, that is why when youngsters come to me and say, Swamiji, we are going there, we are going here, we have got a job there, job here, we are going to London, UK, here, there. I tell them, you go anywhere you want, do anything you want, indulge any amount of pleasures, but still you have to come back to the source. Only there you get real fulfillment. All these things are cheap thrills and some excitement, and nothing to offer much. எது ரொம்ப இனிப்பாக இருந்துச்சோ அதுவே கசப்பாக மாறிடும். எது கசப்பாக இருந்தோ அதுவே இனிப்பாக கூட மாறணும். It's all in the nature, Prakriti, It has no meaning. So therefore, live in the present. Enjoy all the experiences. Enjoy all the experiences. Don't think only then I will enjoy, means you will never enjoy. Now and here, everything is beautiful because everything is auspicious. Everything is Brahman only. One priest, one father was giving a sermon, it seems. God made everything perfect. And then a fellow who is a hunchback, he stood up and said, even now you see, you say that? Yes, you are a perfect hunchback. The Lord has created you in a perfect way. So, don't worry. Everything is fine. Just we have to live. Be happy. Our Acharya has said, be happy. Mauj mein raho. That is the bottom line. How to be happy? Be happy to be happy. He says, be happy to be happy. கடைசியில் கூட்டி கழிச்சு பார்த்தா ஒன்றுமே இல்லைங்க. ஒன்றுமே இல்லைங்க actually. That is why should we worry too much unnecessarily? Now moving on to the next verse. 23rd, right?
Yes.
Kastvam koham kuta ayataha kame janani ko me tataha iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam kastvam koham kuta ayataha kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudamate samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrum karane. And also in life, we should never ever compare with anybody. Ourselves we should not compare with anybody. Everybody is unique. They have got their own lives to live. So don't even wonder why this, why that. Don't compare yourself. You just lead your own life. Be happy. அவங்களுக்கு விதிச்சது வாச்சது அவங்களுக்கு அவ்வளோதான். Like that, if you take life, there is nothing to worry. See, we always compare with others. Why me like this? See that person, see that other person. Why? You may have something else which that person may not have. You do not know that. But why to compare? See, these are all the catches, we get caught. Now here is a beautiful verse. It provokes the vichara, the right thinking. Kastvam, who are you? What happened suddenly? Who are you? Kastvam. Koham, who am I? Kahaham, who am I? Kuta ayataha, from where have I come from? Where all these have come from? Have you ever pondered? Where from this world has come? See, if you think, how God created it, it's a nonsense. Don't ever think God created it. And there is no further inquiry. You wonder, where from all these have come? My God, how such a beautiful world, where from it has come? And who am I actually? Who are these people? Kastvam koham. Kuta ayataha. Kame janani. Who is your mother? Kome tata. Who is your father? Meaning what? When you consider yourself to this body, then so and so is my mother, father. Am I this body? No. I am not this body. I am something else which is alive and kicking. That conscious entity which is functioning through the body. So who am I really then? Who am I? Am I Indian? Am I Hindu? What am I actually? Suppose if I am born somewhere else, then I am become some Pakistani or American, whatever. Who am I actually speaking? Have you ever thought about this? Who am I? Who are these people? From where all of us have come? Where are we going actually? Where is the world going? We don't know. See, when I fly to US and all, it's a 16-18 hours flight and all. We don't know where we are passing by. Suddenly we get up, wake up, and then we don't know where we are actually. In which part of the world we are, we don't know. And what is the time, we don't know. Because the time frames are different, right? And the people around you watch, nobody is known to you. Who are all these people? And who is driving this flight? The pilot, we have not seen him before. And we somehow trust him. This fellow is going to take us to our destination. How do we know? We don't know actually. Everything is strange. We are flying in the height of 33,000 feet. My God. And anything can happen. See? Everything will be all right. Hare, can't say. And we don't know where we are. If we fall from there, எதுவும் மிஞ்சாது இல்லையா? And nobody will be there to cry also for you. See, actually speaking, somehow we have sort of, the cocoon Mari, we have built a sort of around us. Actually, we don't know who the people are around us. We say Amma, Appa, oh, wife, children and all. But who are they actually? From where they have come? From where I have come? What is this happening here? Where are we going? இது ரயில் ஸ்நேகம் மாதிரி சொல்லுவாங்க. In train if you go, in one stop somebody will get in. And then you become very friendly. And after some time, they all get down. You may get down. It's all. Like that it is happening. And what is this all about? So this is the vichara. We take everything for granted. You know. Oh, my own children, my own wife, my own husband and all. Who are they actually? What has happened suddenly? That girl was daughter of somebody all these days. Suddenly one day what happened? Oh, she has become my own. What has happened actually? Nothing happened. Similarly, the New Year also people celebrate now. What has happened suddenly? New Year, Swamiji, today. What is New Year? Tell me. Same morning. Time moves. So it's all minds, you know. So kastvam koham kuta ayata kame janani komi tata. Who is your father actually? Who is your mother? Iti paribhavaya. Contemplate thus. Sarvam asaram. If you contemplate deeply, sarvam asaram, you realize that all this is asaram, essenceless. If this strikes, then really we get real dispassion. Maya keeps everything, you know, intact. It will not allow us to think further. They say, na, bandham, pasam. இவனுக்கு பாசமே இல்லை என் பையனுக்கு என் மேலே பாசம்னா வழுக்கிடும் ஜாகிரதை. You know, all sorts of things we only create actually. Through our thoughts, we only build this cocoon around ourselves, actually speaking. So if you think deeply, what is all this tamasha going on? See, after finishing my course, I was posted to Sri Lanka, Colombo. So first Jnana Yagna, Bhaja Govindam I took actually. I was very young at the time, 22, 23, something like that. I was a brahmachari and all. So after the lecture is over, one elderly ayya came. He is a trustee of that place where the satsang was happening. Very nice person, very compassionate, good person. He came and asked me, Brahmachari, you have renounced everything and come here. Don't you think about your father, mother? Are you not homesick? He asked. And one day home because we were very, very this thing out of our Vedanta course. 2 years of you are Brahman, this, that. Who is your father? Who is your mother? Who are you? Blah, blah. I got very angry. What are you talking? Who is my father? Who is my father? I asked him. He got scared. Later I realized he was, with all good intention, he asked me, where is your father, mother? Are you all right? Are you not feeling homesick? I got very angry. What are you thinking about me, huh? Actually speaking, see, to tell you very truly, it has no meaning. Father, mother, relationships, friend, all those things have no meaning actually. What has got meaning, Swamiji? You have to find out. சும்மா இதெல்லாம் பொய்க்கு சும்மா பொய்க்கு எல்லாமே பொய்க்கு. இன் சொசைட்டி எஸ் ஃபார் ஸ்மூத் ரன்னிங் எல்லாம் இருந்து தொலையட்டும், அது பிரச்சனை இல்லை. பட் ஹார்ட் ஆஃப் த ஹார்ட் வி ஷுட் நோ தட் இட் ஹஸ் நோ மீனிங் வாட்ஸ் எவர். If you start thinking deeply, sarvam asaram, vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam. This vishwam, this life is like swapna, like a dream. Vishwam tyaktva, please give it up because it's like a dream. It has no meaning. Asaram. What is the meaning of my grandfather's life now? Do you know your grandfather's name? Grandfather's grandfather, at least you know, little bit I know, his name I know. About his life, who cares? After 50, 60 years, what is the use, what is the meaning of your life? Your grandchildren's grandchildren may not even think about you. They may not even know your name. So now everything is, oh, it doesn't matter. Nobody is interested in you. It's all swapnam. See, when I look back, the school days, now it's a vague memory. Apart from that, what else it is? Nothing. So this moment also, after some time, vague memory only. Na? So everything is just அப்படியே போயிடும். So Bharadiyar says in his autobiography, he says, பொய்யாய் கனவாய் பழங்கதையாய் போனதுவே. He starts his autobiography like that. How beautiful, no? பொய்யாய் கனவாய் பழங்கதையாய் போனதுவே. Everything has gone. So what is there to get too serious about this? I really don't understand. Whatever happens, happens. Move on. Go along. Means walk, walk, walk. That's all. Nothing to get stranded anywhere. Something happens, happens. Doesn't happen, doesn't happen. How does it matter? My existence is not dependent on that. So I am independent. Whatever happens or doesn't happen. See, this viveka we should have to live a happy life here. Swapna vicharam. You think about yourself. From where I have come. Who am I really? See, this is a question, Actually, I don't know who am I. See, so many labels are given to me. My name, and my kulam, gotram, and I'm son of so-and-so, this, that. I'm a nationality is given, and religion, this, that. Actually, we don't belong to any religion, any nationality. We don't even belong to human race. Huh? What, Swamiji? Yes. All these things are minds, imagination. Actually speaking, one thing we can say about ourselves, we do exist. அது கூட சில சமயம் கொஸ்டின் பண்றாங்க. You cannot question your existence. Sat, Chit, I know I exist. And that is Ananda, pure bliss. So all the other labels are chumma temporary. Vandu pogu. It has no meaning. So therefore, Vishwam Tyaktva Swapna Vicharam. See, therefore, in the world, when you are living, yes, in the Vyavahara, yes. Whatever duties you have to do, you have to do. The father, mother, everything is fine. But beyond that, it has no meaning whatsoever. Husband, children, everything is fine. அவ்வளோதான். அதுக்கு மேலே அதில் என்ன இருக்குது? இல்லை ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. ஒரு உப்பு சப்பு இல்லை. ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. எப்போ பாரு மாரடிக்கிறதுக்கு அதில் ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. So we have to think only about the truth. Because that is Satyam. Other things are Asatyam. Ashashvatam. See, beyond the point, you people may think, Swami summa polambittu irukkaru. It's not that. That is the truth. See, as a samsarin, as a householder, we get too attached to things, and we take it so real, everything. That is why when something goes wrong, we can't take it. We suffer like anything, like a hell we suffer when something goes wrong. When everything goes right, I am the hero, nothing wrong. Oh, I am joyful, enjoying life. Somewhere some nerves have gone. Finished, whole life is gone. See, it's so brittle. You understand? So, sarvam asaram. Vishwam tyaktva swapna vicharam. Moving on. Please contemplate on this. It's a very, very fascinating subject to contemplate on who am I? And from where everything has come. From where I have come. See, don't get caught into this idea, oh, I belong to this Gotram, I belong to a Brahmin family, or this family, that family. Don't get caught. The body only is born. But who are you actually? Because of the body, you say, I am a man or a woman. Who are you actually? What am I actually? And Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, when you inquire deeply, there is nothing called as this personality. In a village, those days, in a panchayat, there was a big radio. The villagers were thinking somebody is sitting inside and singing or talking from there. One day, one fellow got very curious. He wanted to go and see inside who is talking from there. So when everybody has gone, he has gone and opened the radio to find nobody inside. Hare, without anybody, how this radio is talking, singing? Likewise, there is nobody inside, but the radio is talking, singing, doing everything. That is the magic. It's a number mudiyama irukilla, but masters say this is the truth. Manasam tu kim margane kripte naiva manasam marga arjavat. When you inquire what is his mind, there is no mind. When you inquire who am I, there is no I. What remains? You go and see what remains. So therefore, this is all swapna vicharam. It's all chumma like a dream. We are chumma getting caught into things. And we become very emotional, sentimental. Our Acharya says, sentimental means 10% you have become mental. Sentimental. You are going towards full 100% mental. From sentimental to 10% mental. Chumma getting emotional about everything. Anyway, but by talking all this, you cannot escape. See, already a son, he is not bothered about his father or mother, let us say. If he hears all these things, so what I am doing is right only. Who is my father? Who is my... But when it comes to himself, then he reacts. Oh. When it comes to his wife or children, then he reacts. Why? Then you think, this is me and myself. My own. See, this is wrong. You have to give up even your body, identification with the body. So, see, chuma padi vesham padi kutti vedandam kudiya kedukum. Padi vedandam kadiyadu. You have to go full throttle. You have to go. We want all pleasure, we want all comfort. You want everything. Then we talk Vedanta also. Everything is dream. Hare? That is not right. So we will move on to the 24th verse, right? Now all vicharam only. All sorts of serious thinking now. Tvaimai chanya. Traiko Vishnuhu Vyartam kupyasi Maya Sahishnuhu Bhavasamachittaha Sarvatratvam Vanchasi Chirad Yadi Vishnutvam Tvaimai Chanyatraiko Vishnuhu Vyartam kupyasi Maya Sahishnuhu Bhavasamachittas sarvatratvam Vanchasya chiradhyadi Vishnutvam Tvayi mayi cha anyatra eko Vishnuhu. In you, Tvayi, in you, mayi, in me, anyatra, in everybody, everywhere, eko Vishnuhu. There is only one. Vishnu means that one principle which is divine, which is auspicious. Here Vishnu means one who has got a longest stride is called as Vishnu, meaning all pervading. See, Vishnu means not that Vishnu, that God with form and all. Here Vishnu means in the Vedantic terminology, all pervading. So in me, in you, and everywhere, there is only one. That is called as Brahma Tattvam or Atma Swarupam in Vedantic terminology. So, Tvai in you, Mai in me, Cha Anyatra, everywhere, in everyone, Eko Vishnuhu, there is one self, there is one divine principle which is functioning through all the equipments, all the instruments. Kshetrajñam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. I am the one knower functioning through all the equipments, all the fields, he says. Vyartam kupyasi maya asahishnuhu. Vyartam kupyasi. You are unnecessarily getting angry with me. Suddenly, here the Guru says. Vyarta means unnecessarily, without any reason. Kupyasi, you are getting angry with me, impatient with me. Maya asahishnuhu. You are becoming impatient with me. Why he is saying suddenly? Because we have been hearing this again and again, but it is not making any sense to us. Everywhere there is one Lord. Everywhere there is only one principle. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. I am not able to see it. Where is it? Why are you becoming impatient? Why are you getting angry with me? You have been repeating this again and again and again. Yes, that is the truth. In spite of repeating it again and again, we are unable to see it. Is that not so? Then the student becomes impatient. And he gets angry also. Chumma, you say something, but it's not making sense to me. I am only seeing everything different. I am seeing only the suffering here. You say there is God who is compassionate, benevolent. Where is he? Then why is there so much of suffering here? Why is there so much of war, strife, inequalities? What's happening here? Cool down, cool down. There is only one which is playing here. Leelayu Ulahu, Bharati says, Leelayu Ulahu. This is just a drama. Leelayu Ulahu. There is only one principle which is functioning through all. See, this is the core of our philosophy, the vision of oneness. See, for others means other philosophies, other religion, they see God in only one akaram, only Jesus. Or Allah, they don't have even form. Allah, they say, whatever. But for us, everything is divine. Even an animal is a divine thing. A bird is divine. Everything is one. Pulupuchilenda arambichu Brahmaji varaikkum. Everything is one. So, Tvai in you, Mai in me, Cha Anyatra, everywhere, Eko Vishnuhu, there is only one. Vyartam Kupyasi, unnecessarily you are getting angry with me. Mai Asahishnuhu, you are getting impatient with me. You think about it. You conduct proper inquiry into your own self, you will understand this. See, intellectually, when you analyze and try to understand, you will not. But go deep within yourself, and then when you get that experience, aparoksha anubhuti, you yourself will find, yes, the one principle. Sutre manighana iva is said in Bhagavad Gita. Like, in the mala, there are so many beads. They are strung together with a string. The string is passing through the beads. The beads may appear different, but the one string is passing through all the beads. Then only you have a mala. Is it not so? Sutre means that which string passing through all the beads, manigana iva. Through all of us, there is one principle which is functioning. So this is the revelation actually. Essentially we are all one. So this we have to realize. When we realize this, then there is no hatred. Why? Because how can I hate myself? And there is no extra love and attachment also. Because I don't love my hand extra. I don't get attached to my hand or my leg. But if there is something wrong, I go and help. But there is no special attachment to any part of the body. Everywhere I am. See? So this is the vision of oneness. Therefore, bhava samachittaha sarvatratvam. Bhava samachittaha. Be equipoised. Samachitta sarvatra, everywhere. See that one. Be equanimous. Be equipoised. Samadharshanam. Now we have our own favorites. We like certain things, we dislike. And we consider some things to be superior, something to be inferior. You know? Bhava samachittaha. Sarvatra, everywhere. Be equal-minded. Samachittaha. So he says, see the last line. Vanchasi. Chiradyadi Vishnutvam. If you desire Vishnutvam, that vision of oneness, Vishnutvam, that Parabrahma, Paramatma, if you want, if you seek, if you want to realize it, then he says, Yadi Vishnutvam, if you want that, this is the way to go. Everywhere, see the same, that one. This is the way to go. Yadi Vanchasi, if you want, if you desire that Vishnutvam, Chirad means immediately, very soon, if you want to realize that truth. The one way is this. This is the only way actually. What is that? See that one everywhere. Same everywhere. Is it possible? We have to develop this vision. Cultivate this. The idea that I am a superior race, I am an intelligent person, I am, very different, unique, all these things will not help. Then you start discriminating and you start saying he is different, she is different, they are useless. Instead of that, if you start seeing one, that is why we say Hari Om. Why? Because the same Lord is in your heart also. I recognize that. I respect. I bow down. So we respect everybody, everything actually. What do we say? Why we do that? Because the Lord is there in him also. So we should not sort of ill-treat anybody. See, this is our philosophy. Somehow this caste, this untouchability, everything has creeped in. But actually, we don't discriminate. The Mahatmas, they don't discriminate at all. See, in the Vyavahara, there are differences. People who are very sattvic, who are intelligent thinkers, people who are very dynamic, the leaders, the people who can create wealth, the Vaishyas, and the people who cannot do all this, who can only give their labor. See, these are there in the world. But because of that, nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. This idea is somebody is superior, inferior, is all faltu. We should try to see the same in every being. So this is the vision. So if you want the Vishnutvam immediately, this is the way to go. Bhava samachittaha sarvatra. Everywhere see the same. One principle in everybody. He may be a criminal. Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. See, for some reason, you are like this. Maybe a very decent person, very cultured person. For some reason, that person is like that. That is the truth. So we shouldn't hate anybody for that matter. But in the Vyavahara, you should know what is what and accordingly you have to behave. See, அப்படி கிடையாது விவகாரத்தை எல்லாம் ஒன்று தான் கட்டி பிடிச்சிக்க முடியாது எல்லாத்தையும். Vyavahara, everything has its own place. You have to use your buddhi. But heart of the heart, we should not hate anybody, anything. Or we shouldn't get attached to anything. Bhava samachittatvam. Samachittaha sarvatratvam. Everywhere become equal-minded, equipoised. See, samatvam yoga uchyate, Krishna says. This samatvam means equanimous in all situations and seeing the same everywhere. These are all the signs of a great person, great Mahatma. So you know what happens? We develop some holier than thou attitude when we become little religious or spiritual. I am and all very different, No. Then you are not spiritual or religious or whatever. The great saints, Ramanujacharya, he went up in the tower, in that temple tower, Kobrath Mele Eri, he gave out this mantra, Maha Mantra to everyone. Then his guru said, if you do that, you will go to hell. Okay, I am ready to go to hell. If all these people can go to heavens or whatever, Moksha Padam, I am ready to go to hell. That was his attitude. How beautiful, na? So meaning what? Sarva loka sukhino bhavantu. The idea is let everybody be happy. So because in everyone, I alone am. This is the idea. See, that is why this Bhaja Govindam, though it looks very simple, essence of all our scriptures. See, with our mind, we can perceive only differences. But our existence is beyond mind. When you go beyond mind, you see everything is one. Everything is the same principle, only playing as everything. See, in the dream, you see so many things, the dreamer also. But when you wake up, you understand whatever you have seen is not there. It's only your mind playing, one mind playing. Similarly, wake up to the higher state, you know only that consciousness is, everything is only consciousness and nothing else. That Vishnu Padam. So therefore here he says, do not get impatient with me. You inquire deeply, you will find out everything is one. So therefore cultivate this vision, samachittaha. So always try to see that one principle everywhere, sarvatra. So that is the upadesha given here by Shankara to all of us. We should develop this vision of oneness. Sarvatmya bhavam. It's called Sarvatmya bhavam. Trying to see the one in everything. Therefore, Shatrau mitre putre bandhau Ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau Sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam Sarvatrotsuja bheda jnanam Shatrau mitre putre bandhau Ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau Sarvasminnapi pashyatmanam Sarvatrotsuja bheda jnanam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate Samprapte sannihite kale Nahi rakshati dukrum karane. Shatrau, towards the enemies. Mitre, towards the friends. Putre, towards one's own son or daughter. Bandhau, one's own kith and kin. Ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. Do not ever strive to develop some special attachment or some aversion. Both. See, towards our own children, our own kith and kin, we develop special liking and attachment. And towards the others or towards the enemies, what we do? Enmity. We develop enmity, hatred, aversion. He says, ma kuru yatnam. Don't ever strive to develop some special attachment towards the putra, mitre, etc. Or special hatred or disliking for the shatrau. Why? It is all in the superficial level. But deep within everything is one. So don't get lost in the superficiality. See, whole of our life what we do, we try to develop or build relationship. Some sort of friends or, my own wife or children, this, that. Or he is my enemy, I hate him, I will not, look at him. Why all this? Both have got no meaning. Why? Because that one is playing as everything, as many. So therefore, Mahakuru Yatnam, whole of our life is spent only this, developing some sort of relationships with those whom we like, and avoid or hate those whom we don't like. That is all. Again and again same. He says, don't do both. Sarvasminnapi Pashya Atmanam. Everywhere in everyone see your own self. See how beautiful. Vadi avayare kandabodellam vadinen. So you see yourself everywhere. Sarvasminnapi Pashya Atmanam. See, this is the difference between our parents and the Guru. The parents, they love us, no doubt about it. But they do not know much. They know only our physical well-being. நல்லா சந்தோஷமாக இருந்தோம், நல்லா சாப்பிட்டு நல்லா கொழுத்து சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கும். ஸோ மீன்ஸ் நல்ல வாழ்க்கை என்ன அர்த்தம்? வீடு வாசல் வாங்கி நல்லா எல்லாரும் ஊரார் மெச்சற மாதிரி சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கும். அவ்வளோதான் they know. What will the Guru, what will he know? He looks at you as a jiva and he knows you are not this, you are the Paramatma and you have to reach there. Then only you can be blissful and happy truly. So he is our real Bandhu actually. He is our real Bandhu actually, because he knows that we are caught in our own imagination. So we have to reach our true self. Then only there is true emancipation. So he guides. So he is a real Bandhu. See? So what he says, don't get caught into all these relationships. Trying to develop more and more love or some attachment for somebody and more hatred for somebody else. Give it up. And people, even among the sannyasis, among, even spiritual seekers, they network. One day they take all the, phone numbers. Why? And create a group. Why? Networking. It will be beneficial to me sometime or later. See, this networking idea, what? Always want to have more and more relationships, security, some network. See, it's all okay in the Vyavahar, but your mind should not be corrupted that way. Chumma networking and making more and more friends. What all these things? Instead, you can do vicharam and try to find out the truth. See, putting all the efforts in that direction is very, very helpful. Going within. Ramakrishna Paramsalvar, you are crying so much for your family, your wife and children. Or 10%, in that 10%, if you can cry for the Lord, you will reach Him so soon. So much we waste our energies. In what? Again, same thing. So, therefore, don't try to create more and more relationships. How does it, see, what value it can add? Nothing much, I'm telling you. No, friends are very beautiful, Swamiji. We go out, we do this, we do that. Okay, that's all fine, but at the end of the game, what is the ultimate gain? Nothing. Chumma or chinna kick or summa thrill. Avladani valke. Avladani na avladan valke. But you will live only in superficial, some plane and you go away. But it is not that. We have to dive deep within and know the truth. Be friendly with everybody. Don't develop some special attachments or special hatred or aversion to anybody. That is the message here. You see the same self everywhere. Don't build some sort of friendship or special attachment towards things. Shatrau, mitre, putre, bandhav. Putre, her own son or daughter, means very special to me. What has happened suddenly? No. What is this? Okay, after that, after this body is gone, another set of environment. Oh, he is my son. Ooh. And that drama is over. Another drama. Oh, she is my daughter. Oh, my son. Oh, my daughter. Why my wife, my husband? Oh, who. Hey, Rama. Pashyatmanam. See the self everywhere. That is the truth. That one Vishnu Padam, na, that truth, that self alone is the truth. See the self everywhere. Don't get unnecessarily excited. See the mind, it gets excited, gets attached. But padaha palum pulikumbang. Then you get disillusioned. And then you hate that person. You only started with so much of anxiety and so much of, excitement. And after some time, you know everything about the other person. And you chichi in the padam pulikum. Not good. And another padatha is face pannu. Ella padamum kadaiya pulichu poiduchu. Ena nee pulichu poi kadaka. So what is this? How long are we going to play with these toys? When are we going to grow up? So the heart of the heart, see, in Vyavahara everything is fine. But in Paramartha, means in the heart of the heart, nothing has got any meaning actually. So therefore don't try to create special relationships. We have got this, deep inside us. We want to show we have to be very intelligent, very smart, and want to attract people. All these things are there deep within us. We want to attract people, want to show ourselves to be very smart, very intelligent. We want people to love us, adore us, worship us. All these things are there deep within us. For what? It is ego, pujanam. For the ego only. Who is wanting all this? The ego self only, not the actual self. Actual self is so fulfilled, it doesn't want anything. This ego self wants everything. The ego self wants everybody to admire. And oh, what an intelligent person. My God, he knows everything. My God, how come? Then you feel very happy. Inside, very deep, you feel very, very happy. Inside, you want everybody to come to you. So we want to express more and more and want to build up relationships, and also security is there. எதுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுப்போம் அவர் நமக்கு பிற்காலத்தில் உதவும். எல்லாரும் தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுப்போம். கடவுளை தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்காம தன்னை தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்காம எல்லாரும் தெரிஞ்சு என்ன பிரயோஜனம்? It may help here and there, but that doesn't much help. And we waste all our lives only in building relationship, getting attached and running away. And that's what he's saying. See, Makuru Yatna. Yatna means putting so much of effort in that direction of getting specially attached to somebody or specially hating somebody. No, don't do that with respect to your Shatra, Mitre, Putre, Bandhav. No need. Instead, Sarvasminnapi Pashya Atmanam. See the oneself everywhere. Sarvatrotsva Bedha Ajnanam. Everywhere. Give up this Bedam, Ajnanam, which is Ajnanam, which is ignorance. What is Bedam? Differences. People are different. I am brown, he is black, he is white. Nationality. We are Indians, Rishiputras. We are special. Our culture is wonderful, superior. Other culture, it's all dirty. Hare Rama. See, our people have got these ideas, Our culture is superior. Other cultures are not good. அப்படி கிடையவே கிடையாது ஆக்சுவலாக. இதெல்லாம் சும்மா நம்ம பெருமை பேசிக்க வேண்டியதான். So give up all this ajnanam, Beda ajnanam. All the Beda is ajnanam only. Mind's projection only. So therefore, give up all this ajnanam, the Beda bhavanam, the differences, and see the oneself everywhere. So this is the message. This is the Upadesha. See the oneself everywhere. If you start seeing only the differences and you differentiate people because of differences, then you are a samsari, you are a ajnani. Though you see difference, if you start seeing the oneness, then you are a seeker. Then you are somewhere closer to the self. So whether you want to be a seeker or a samsari, in your own hands. See, some people are there. They are not very religious. They are not very, showing themselves off as, great religious people. But naturally, they don't differentiate. They try to see oneness. Oneness means everybody is our own, like. So they are very evolved actually. So though they may not be talking in a very, bombastic language, but they are very nice people actually. But the religious people sometimes, they become very duragrahis. Enne todada, anga todada, inge todada, he is useless, that person is useless. Only I am great, I am superior. And even learned people, panditas, they get caught into all these things. Then they say in Vyavahara, all these are things. Yes, Vyavahara is there, but you always drown in Vyavahara only. Then what is Paramartha then? So he says here, very clear instructions given. Don't try to make friends or foe, enemies. Don't. Try to see the same self everywhere. And try to love everybody and serve. That is the way to go. If you create special relationships, you suffer because of that special relationship. Wherever you get attached, you suffer. Attachment leads to sorrow. See, this I am not talking out of any bookish knowledge. This I know. In life, when you go through, you learn through your own experiences. When you get attached, you suffer. Not only you suffer, you strangulate the other person whom you love. You will not allow the other person to grow, and you will not also grow. Why? You don't give any space or time. You suffocate everybody, and you also get suffocated. And people not like you. See, we think attachment is very beautiful. That is everything. ரொம்ப பாசத்தோடு இருக்கான் பிள்ளை. இந்த அம்மா இருக்காளே எப்போ பாரு பாசம் கட்டி பிடிச்சிட்டே இருப்பா. That will not work. That will not work. Anybody for that matter, we have to give some space and time. Everybody has to grow. Only when you give space and time, people will grow. When you go behind them always, nobody will grow. Let them fall, doesn't matter. Let them get up and walk. See, we have these ideas, Why? Suffering, Swamiji. That jiva has to evolve through suffering, and let it. See, we have a very petty ideas about everything. Very small we are. Why? Allow everybody to grow in their own way. See, that's why I tell you, sometimes the Westerners are more evolved on it. They allow people, some sort of independence, grow. But we don't allow anybody to grow. We know everything. Because we are old, we have got so much of experience. I know everything. So please listen to me. Papa, listen to me. When you go on listening to somebody, you will never grow. You will be stunted. No. Sri Ramachandra Mari and Bulla. Na solladu tattave maata. Ammanava ukandirupon. Amma anju ukandirupon. Na Sri Raman illama. This is nonsense. You have to think yourself. You have to grow. You should rebel. When you are adolescent, you have to rebel. You have to fight. You should not accept. You should not conform to the normal things. Then you are somewhere. If you conform to everything like a bumbu maadu madri, thalayatte irundha. So therefore, what I am saying is, chumma don't get caught into these normal things. இதெல்லாம் இப்பயே இருக்க வேண்டியதான். இந்த செக்கு மாடு மாதிரி. You have to think independently. Those who think will evolve. Those who just listen will not. Those who think will evolve. So right or wrong, that's a different matter. The person, whether it is right or wrong is a different matter. Whether you fall or don't fall is not an issue, criteria. But when you think only, you will grow. So if you want your children to grow, give them some space. Let them live their own life. Please. You don't know everything. Please. Don't think you know everything. As a Swami, people think I know everything. I don't know much. So many things we don't know. People think you know everything, na Swami. How do I know everything? I am a Sarvajñan. See, therefore, don't think you know everything. We don't know much. Therefore, be humble. Accept your ignorance. Let everybody grow in their own pace. Now moving on to the 26th verse. 26, right?
Yes.
Ha ha ha. Kamam krodam lobam moham tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham atmajnana vihina moodaha te pachyante naraka nigudaha kamam krodam lobam moham tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham atmajnana vihina moodaha te pachyante naraka nigudaha tyaktva, giving up, kamam, krodam, lobam, moham. Kamam means desires. Krodam, anger. Lobham, lobham means greed. Moham means delusion. Giving up all these negativities in you. See, dharmic desire is okay to some extent, but we go on desiring for everything. So, kamam, krodam, when we don't get it, we get angry. We have got some desire. When somebody comes in between us and the desire, we get angry. Krodam. Lobha means greed. There is no end to it. And moham, we become delusional. Moham. So give up all these things. Tyaktva atmanam pashyati soham. Meaning see in your own true self that Brahma Tattva, sahaham. You realize that Brahma Tattvam is my true self. Sahaham. Atmani. Atmanam pashyati soham. See, we think Lord is somewhere, seated somewhere, doing something. But He is seated in our own heart, as our own self. This we have to recognize. The Lord is not anywhere else. He is in our own heart as our own true self. And this is the vision. This is the experience we have to gain. That same Lord is everywhere, in all beings. So this is the vision. So only when you give up your own personal desire and anger and greed, all sorts of delusions, then you can recognize this. That Parabrahma Paramatma is my true self. And same Paramatma is functioning through all the beings, everywhere. So this is the ultimate vision, the vision of oneness. So Pashyati Soham, Atmajnana Vihina Moodaha. Those who have no Atmajnana, Moodaha, those fools, what happens to them? Te Pachyante Naraka Nigudaha. Pachyante means they are cooked actually. Where? Naraka Nigudaha. In the deep recesses of the hell, they are cooked. Those who don't have this Atmajnanam, they are cooked alive in the hell. Naraka Nigudaha. Here and now, we are suffering in the hell only. If you don't have this Atmajnana, meaning what? This vision of oneness. And then we develop some sort of attachment, aversion, likes and dislikes. Then we suffer here. When we develop that oneness, that vision of oneness, then we are liberated, always blissful. See, once a businessman came to Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji, it seems. He came, he wanted a personal interview. Gurudev said, okay, come. He came and prostrated, and then he started sobbing, crying. Crying. He just consoled him. What happened? What is that? Gurudev, please save me. I think I am going to go to hell only. I have done such this thing, I am going to go to hell. Gurudev assured him, you will not go to hell. Because you are already there. You will never go to hell. You are already there. What is there special to go to hell? You are already in hell. This much of sorrow if you have, you are already in hell. So meaning what? So we should not forget our true self, which is Ananda Swarupa. If we forget that, then we imagine so many things, This is happiness, that is happiness. Without this, life is blah, 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 blah. See, in the Girivala path, one day I saw a fellow sitting there begging. You know what? He has got no two, rendu kai ulla avanukku. See, that is true. He is not cheating. He was very, very open. Kaalu illa avanukku. I was wondering how he is surviving. See? At least we have got everything. But that fellow is ஒரு மாதிரி இதாக இருக்கான், உட்காந்துருக்கான், தைரியமாக உட்காந்துருக்கான். I don't know how he will eat, how he will move, we don't know really. But somehow he is also there. And you see some very elderly ladies, ammas, pavangal, 80 years. They don't know anywhere to go. And they are just begging and living there. They are living. We have got everything and we say, I want to commit suicide, I want to go away, I have nothing. Oh, what is this? Nonsense. See, actually, we feel we are so important, self-importance. We think we are very great, we are very important in life. No, that is called the ego. Atma jnana vihina mudaha te pachyante naraka nigudaha. If there is no Atma jnanam, proper jnanam, then you have to suffer here. Nobody can help. You know why nobody can help? Suppose if you go inside your room and lock it within and say, help, 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 who can open it? You have to open yourself. Nobody can help you, na? Like that, we have gone inside our own stupidity and we have locked the door very tightly. And then we say, help, help. Who can help? Nobody can help. Atma jnana vihi. This is the thing you have to remember. Atma jnana vihina mudaha te pachyante naraka nigudaha. If there is no Atma jnana, true knowledge about oneself, about the world, about everything, about life, then we have to suffer here. Then you cannot blame anybody. Oh, why God is so terrible? God is not terrible. You are terrible. Swamiji, why always this kind of miseries come to the good people, Swamiji? Why? I am very good. Who told you? You yourself assume that you are a good person. Who told you? You are a very egoistic person. You are not a good person. That is why you are suffering. The misery is directly proportional to ego. More you suffer, it means you are more egoistic. Therefore you are suffering. Don't think you are a good person. Huh? We also think we are a good person. Are See, the people would sympathize with you only for some time. And beyond that, everybody will give you up. போன கேஸ் என்ன அவ்வளோதான் அந்த கேஸ் ஒன்றும் செய்ய முடியாது. Then you have to suffer alone only. Nobody will come to your this thing also. After some point of time, what else anybody can do? You have to help yourself. Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam avasada. You have to lift yourself by yourself. Who can help us? No, nowadays I am in depression. As if it's a great thing, What is this? You have to lift yourself up. No, I am depressed. And people are so proud about depression. They flaunt that depression everywhere. Who can help? Even the psychiatrists become depressed when they listen to you. See, sometimes people ask us, Swami, everybody is coming and pouring everything onto you. Don't you become depressed? We don't take it seriously. We are sincere about their, sorrow. It's not that. But we don't take it serious means what? We know they are suffering unnecessarily. Because their nature is Ananda. There is no reason for them to suffer. Chumma, mind created suffering. So how can anybody help? If you yourself create a cocoon around you and you suffer, who can help you? So Atma jnana vihina mudaha te pachyante nar. See, when we were studying in the ashram, our Acharya was very tough. A very sweet person. But people don't know he is a very tough person also. Especially the brahmacharinis. Sorry, don't mistake me. They go there and cry to him. Oh, Acharya, that is not working. This is not happening. My mind is creating trouble. He will say, go. Don't come to me. We have taught you that you are the substratum of the whole universe. Don't come and cry here. Go and die your own death. Go away. He will not sympathize with anybody. Sometimes he will say, you are acting. You cannot be miserable. You are Ananda Swarupa. How can you be miserable? You are just acting. Then they become more miserable. உங்களுக்கு என்னை பார்த்தா ஜோக்கா இருக்கா, விளையாட்டா இருக்கா? See, you don't know what I am going through. சிரிக்கவும் முடியாது, அழவும் முடியாது. நீ கேட்டுக்கணும் எல்லாத்தையும். அப்போதான் பெரிய சுவாமி. ஹரே ராம. There is nothing to worry about. Everything is as it should be. So, Atma-jnana vihina moodaha te pachyante narakanigodaha. They are cooked in the hell. We will stop here. Another 10 more minutes. If you want to ask something, you can ask. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.